Welcome to Labworks USA, your #1 DOT drug and alcohol testing consortium. We'll begin here on the home page. As you can see here, we have information about why you might need a consortium with a video here. In this section, you will see the programs that we have. Moreover, we have the supervisor training available for non-members. You can click right in here and purchase the supervisor training without joining up. But let's get into the sign-up process to make sure there are no questions along the way. We'll click here, Sign Up Now. You will be redirected to a page where you will be initially creating a new account. Just fill out with your first name, last name, email address, and active mobile number. You will also need to input your username and password. Just choose from the drop-down there. How did you hear about us? If you heard from us from a friend or others, it's likely that they may be signed up in our reseller or referral network. If you put their name or company name in here, then they will get credit for your sign-up. Once done, please make sure to read our terms and conditions. Here you will see what our privacy policy covers, how we will collect and use your personal information, and other privacy-related information you need to know and agree on before signing up. After that, just click Continue so that you can proceed with the next step. The next step is for you to verify the account creation through 6-digit OTP code sent via email. Make sure to check the email that you've used on the recent sign-up page. Once fully verified, we will now proceed with filling out the company information. We also have a quick guide here to help you out with the sign-up process. This is very detailed too. For now, let's close it. First, here you enter your USDOT number. After that, we will enter the company name. Now, there are some restrictions here. The name must not have an ampersand, an apostrophe, or a period. Those characters don't work with all of our vendor providers and will be rejected. If you have that in here, it'll give you a red rejection here, and you need to fix that before you move forward. Owner-operator. An owner-operator is someone that owns a company and is also a driver. Even if she has one or more drivers working for him under his authority or USDOT number, Labworks USA will act as your designated employee representative or DER as required by the DOT-FMCSA, Regulations 40 CFR, Part 49 and 382. Here we're going to say that we're not an owner-operator. If we were to say yes to owner-operator, it would automatically populate the DER information down here with the Labworks USA information. That way we will get notified, and then we will notify you as owner-operator, especially for the randoms and any positive testing. Well, I'm going to switch this back to no for an operator. On to the billing information, you need to put your first name, last name, street address. Now, if your street address is a P.O. box, we want to make sure that you enter that down here in the P.O. box number field. This way, it keeps our database seeing everything correctly. Also, make sure to add your city, state, and zip code. All right. We want the primary billing email address, your primary landline phone number. Now, more and more of us today, even in business, are operating from our mobile phones. This way, if we have SMS or text notifications that need to go to you, this is where you can receive your electronic chain of custody forms or donor passes, and we'll just facilitate some of the mapping and things like that. If you have a cell phone associated with your business, make sure you put that in here. Of course, fax number. There we go. Now, some companies have a dedicated DER or supervisor that has taken the supervisor training and has that certificate on hand, and that they're qualified to be part of the reasonable suspicion certificate, then you would put that information down here. If your primary contact person is also your DER and is certified, then you can click here to say, Use billing contact information as DER information. This will simply just populate it with the information you have up here, so you don't have to enter that twice. Otherwise, you would enter your DER information here like supervisor first name, last name, email, landline phone number, and mobile phone number. DERs are anyone else that is qualified, certified, and authorized by the company to receive sensitive documents like test results and different safety-sensitive information. Take note that, for new members with 5 or more drivers, this training will be free of charge. Also, you can order this course at a later time on your company dashboard. Again, take note that the supervisor course needs to be clicked on the company info page if you have 5 or more drivers to get the free course. And of course, you have to assign who will be the supervisor and fill out the other details required. For now, let's just select Use Billing Contact Information as DER information. All right. Then what we have down here is we have our chatbot. Every business these days has a chatbot. And so as we are at Labworks USA, if you have questions, you can put it in here. Many of the answers will auto-populate and will be addressed by our chatbot. Otherwise, you can leave your questions there and an agent will get back to you in the next few hours. Or we will suggest if you are inquiring during our business hours, you can call 503-941-5493. Okay, if this is all filled out correctly and you click Continue, you will be redirected to the next step, which is to add the driver or driver's information. Now, once you choose the state, it will also automatically populate the state abbreviation on the CDL number box. Here is where you will put your CDL number. Now you can see the state abbreviation here, this because of the auto-populate. Take note to not put any more the state letters from your CDL and just input your number. Otherwise, state abbreviation will be doubled. Example, it will come in as OROR. This works vice versa though. If you put your CDL number in here, you can see that the state data is automatically inserted here. Is that clear? Here we'll put in a driver's first name and last name. Now for your DOB or date of birth, this will automatically default back to 18 years, which is the youngest you can be to get a commercial driver's license or to get a commercial driver's license permit. Other than that, you will, if you need to scroll the years back, you can do that easily here, and then choose the month and the day and get that there. This is the zip code where the driver is based. There are companies that have drivers all over the country. This will then make sure that we're zeroing in on the collection sites for his tests and time zones based on the driver's location. Then here we have return to duty tests. If you select this, you can choose drug, alcohol, or both. If this is a driver that is just coming off completing a substance abuse professional program after receiving a positive drug test in a DOT program, then they'll need to do a return to duty test before you can add them to your list, your active driver list. You would select whatever the SAP program dictates that they need to re-enter. Typically, it's both. But then once they get that negative result back in and it's reported in the clearinghouse, then and only then can the driver be put back into active service for safety-sensitive duties, like driving a commercial motor vehicle. Otherwise, it would be a pre-employment drug test, so there's no options for alcohol here. Pre-employment tests are drug only. You, as an employer, can request to have someone test as alcohol, but it is not mandated by the DOT. Then if a new hire or the person that you're adding to the driver list has been a part of a random drug testing program in the last 30 days, test, then they do not require a pre-employment test, but you must have verified that information. You cannot just take their word for it. You must have a copy of their random drug testing enrollment from a previous employer. Also, every 2 years, every CMV driver, 2 years at minimum or at most, must have a DOT physical test. If someone you're hiring is very close to having that get to that 2-year anniversary, then we recommend you go ahead and get them a new physical. Even if it has been a year or so, I know a lot of employers that want to have a recent physical, and sometimes that is mandated by their insurance companies. That's it. We add this driver. You see here? The driver added successfully. We can just continue adding drivers on and on until you get your whole list done. Now, if you have an extensive driver list, say 20 or more, then you can contact us. You can put one driver in here. At least one is required to complete the sign-up. Then you can contact the customer.service@labworksusa.com, and we will get your driver list as a spreadsheet and upload that in bulk and manage all that with you. That's it. Here we go. We have a driver now in this section, and we are ready to proceed to the next step by clicking Continue. We are now in the Labworks Offered Services section. Now with the FMCSA Clearinghouse, we offer the service of managing all of your pre-employment queries, annual queries, violations reporting, and all of your duties we will manage for you. And that would be yes. Or if you select no, it says I'll manage all my clearinghouse responsibilities, because the FMCSA Clearinghouse compliance is, based on a AA selection of no, here means that you will manage all of your driver's responsibilities. You must select yes or no here. We'll select yes here. If you are not registered in the Clearinghouse or the FMCSA portal, then we will assist you one-on-one. This gets you an appointment with one of our clearinghouse specialists. We've been working with the clearinghouse since about a year before it went live. We're very involved and know exactly what we need to do there and with the portal. Some people, even though they have registered, there's still something wrong or it's erroring. We will help you with that. We offer drug and alcohol testing company policies. Everyone must have a company policy enacted in order to conduct any federal drug testing. It gets even more important to have a company drug testing policy if you're doing non-DOT, non-federal testing, and then you have to really work with your state and local. But if you purchase this policy now, you will receive a company policy that is compliant with the federal requirements, which includes the consent form for every driver that needs to fill out to give consent to the clearinghouse, and manages all the requirements for them to be aware of what testing you're doing and why. It's important to get this if you don't have one, and make sure you go over with each of your employees. They must read it, sign it, and you both must keep a copy of the signature page, and the employee must keep a copy of the entire policy. We have valued partners too. Each of these partners has given us discounts on their services, and we have vetted them and know that they are among the best in the industry. Here we have insurance, fuel cards, factoring, and more. We also have different associations with some of the other 2290s, IFTAs, and 150s. Those will be added here shortly. But you just click on here, and this will send an email to you with links and instructions on how to get the discounts from these companies. All right, so all that is in, and let me click Continue so that we can move to the review and pay process. Now here we're going to review everything that we said we would like to purchase. If you saw one of our ads on social media, LinkedIn, email, or wherever we have promotions for discounts, then you would enter that promotional code here. Once you are done reviewing the items on the order details, you may now click I am ready to pay. Upon clicking it, you will have to read first the terms and conditions. This is a lot of detail and is really good to read. This tells you what Labworks is responsible for doing and what you as the company or employer or owner-operator are responsible for doing. It talks about the return to duty process too. Here it goes through all the fees, including renewals, how we are invoicing and laws, cancellations, and all that. So this is a very important read. So let's go back here. Then you have to agree to the terms. Next, you must input your credit card number, expiration, CVV, and cardholder name. Click the Pay Now button and wait for it to process. That's it. Enrollment is successful since you are redirected to the enrollment confirmation page. All right, so here you can go directly to your dashboard. Or since you purchased some tests, you can go and directly schedule a test. So this takes you right to the scheduling. No need to wait for emails or anything like that. This is very convenient. So here you see that this one for the physical is highlighted. We break these into two different tests because many of the collection sites that do physicals do not do urine drug collections and vice versa. If we group these and look for clinics that can do both, it would reduce the number of clinics. Here we're going to break these into two, and you may end up having to go to two different locations, but it will make both of these locations closer to you. Let's just say here, even just a 5-mile radius, we're going to find collection sites. See, there's quite a few, so here we're just going to select one. This is being updated. This will show the location of the clinic. You can just click on these and see the map of where each one is, but we're going to select this one, and we're going to go to Confirm and Schedule. Otherwise, you can just go to your dashboard to do this later. But here we're going to confirm this. All right, we've got this. We can download the donor pass, which is the electronic chain of custody form that you'll take to the clinic. Otherwise, if we just click close right there, then this again will show you where the clinic is. This is really convenient. There's a number of things you can do, or you can just download it to your desktop and be ready to go. Now we're going to go to our dashboard. Now we see here our company. Here we can edit all of our company information. This also shows our account numbers with the labs and verifies everything here. And here again, you can always change this information here. We're going to go back. In here you can add a driver, you can order a test, pay an invoice, if you have open invoices for randoms or renewals. You can request audit assistance. If you're being audited, we'll provide up-to-date and individual MIS reports, any prior random test information, result letters, everything you need. Here's where you would register for clearinghouse registration assistance if you didn't order that during the sign-up. This is for the company policy. Purchase that here now. If you would sign up for the supervisor training course, you could click on that and it will take you directly to the course. Here you can see that Labworks is going to be doing all of your FMCSA clearinghouse management. Up here, under the My Account tab, there is the My Transactions option. This is where all your transactions will show. Every time you have a test, everything you need is all here. You can see the details of what that was. Here you can pay an invoice. Again, if you have random results available to view, you pay for that here and then view the brand and result, and renewals will show up here prior to your expiration date. This is your driver list under the Manage My Drivers section. If this driver gets a positive test and is inactive, this is where you would sign up for the SAP program management, where someone will assist you in getting them back and ready for the return to duty process. If you have a large list and you want to download it as an Excel, you can download the list here. If you're getting an audit, then you can download an official driver list here, and then here again, you can add more drivers. This again is our valued partners. We have a lot of partners here. So, okay, and again, back to the instructions. These are detailed written instructions. How do you add drivers? How do I change my DER? How do I order a drug test? How do I receive test results? How to remove a driver? How do I sign in? If you've lost your password, there's a one-time password process that's very easy, and how our random testing system works, and getting audited and criteria for post-accident test. So that is the sign-up process for Labworks USA. That's it for this sign-up demo video. We really hope you sign up, and we look forward to having you as one of the members of Labworks.